Okay, hello there, Nadia. Hello.
Wait a
Hello.
minute. Okay, what?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, so why don't you open file 4B?
You said 1B?
4B, 4B.
Oh, cool.
And today we're gonna reinforce uh, what do you call the visualization technique. So basically, in essence, what we have is, let's see, what I want you to do is we're going to pick a word, and so this is reinforcing
Yeah,
the video clips, the vocabulary of video clips. So you're going to see the video clips 3 times,
yeah.
and the first time you see them, there's 4 files. It's just gonna be a review of the definition. Now you're quite advanced, so you're pretty much fluent already, but this is going to improve their communication. And so this is the visualization technique part 2. So the second time you look at the video clips, it's going to be once you see a word, you select a word, you choose a word, and you get a visual image. A visual image, visual scenario, um, what this word triggers in you. But I need you to see a picture of what that word means to you. And it's going to be based on your personal experience. And you can think this is all going to be derived from your native experiences. So you're from Russia, so it's going to be actually in Russian. Okay, so we'll take a really simple example, and we look at if you look at line 4, what are those 3 words in line 4?
You mean lady insist?
Yes.
Lady insist and shall.
Shall. Right. I shall do this. Okay. So now if we look at the word lady, and again, this is in your own native environment. So what picture comes to mind when you hear the word lady?
Well, there is like an old person, old lady that I saw when I was going out from a cafe under my apartment.
Okay. So we try to be as simple as possible. So you gave like a literal description of what the picture you have of the word lady. An older lady coming out of a cafe. That's the picture you have of a lady, correct? Now, so this will be in past 2. This is what we need. So you see the word lady as it's scrolling through the words. You skip a few words, of course. You skip maybe 3 to 5 words, and then you get that visual image, a visual picture, a visual scenario. Okay, fine.
Okay.
That would be past 2. And past 3, what we want is for you to give us a very simple, short sentence. Construct a sentence based on that vision. Now, it could be a literal description of the picture, your sentence, or it could be the mood of the picture, like the emotional state of the picture. Okay, but when you say it, you need to visualize that in your mind. So go ahead and give me so now recapture the visual image of lady very quickly in your mind. Okay, so you're seeing that picture you have, like the older lady walking out of a cafe. Now, give me a very simple and short sentence. In other words, using very simple English to either describe what you see or to give me the mood, the emotional state of that picture. Real simple.
Uh, the lady stands at the entrance.
Okay, good. The lady stands at the entrance. That's good enough. Of course, it's out of context because you're seeing a complete picture. In your mind, a lady was in there drinking coffee, a cafe, and then she walking out. She's probably going to go meet her grandchildren or her daughter. So there's a complete story behind that picture, but we just need one small sentence that it could be out of context, but to you it has meaning. Because now the word lady, it has context for you. Okay? And the whole idea, excuse me, of this exercise is kind of so your brain, it likes to see visual images. It likes to be entertained. It loves to go see a movie. It loves to watch people, just, down the street or at a park. So it loves to be entertained with visual images. So, and also the second thing your brain enjoys sharing what it sees with others. It likes to communicate what it's seeing and what it's feeling. Okay, so it can describe, it can communicate literal description of what it sees or what it has experienced, and it can also give you it can communicate the feeling, what it feels when it sees this picture, this scenario. Since the brain enjoys this so much, it'll do anything to do this. So when we give it a visual picture of the lady walking out of the cafe, and then, but you need to convey that to your listener. Now, if you were in Russia, you'd be speaking with a Russian, it would be a no-brainer because you're so familiar with the language of the brain. So you tell the brain, say, listen, I need to translate this picture, this feeling, this mood of this picture into words. And since the brain knows that you're going to speak in Russian, it says, sure, not a problem. It just does it.
Sorry, didn't understand. So if I will think in Russian about the picture.
Yeah, but you're thinking in Russian. That scenario comes from your native experience in Russian, most likely.
Right.
Right. So if you were speaking to, if you wanted to communicate this picture, literal interpretation of the picture, or the feeling of the picture to another person, and he was Russian, or he or she was Russian, your brain would do that very easily.
Right.
But now you got to say to your brain, I want you to translate it, but my listener is an American. So your brain is going to have to translate the interpretation of that picture into English. But it just only what it sees, whatever it sees. So your brain is going to say, since it's so eager to share this information with the listener, it'll give you that for free. It'll say, sure, Nadia. So translating into English does not become a big job for the brain. There's no pressure because it's so eager to communicate this information. So it does it for free, and it does it very quickly.
Okay.
So don't get hung up on the words. You just do it. Okay. Okay. So that's the whole idea of this exercise. So you did really well. You came up with an image of this, what lady means to you. A lady walking out of a cafe. And then you came out with a sentence saying the lady standing by the door. Perfect. Okay? So now, what about the next word, line 5? Coffee. So now, we're doing pass 2. So the second pass of these words in the exercise. So give me a visual image or scenario or picture of what coffee means to you.
Coffee, it's a black liquid in a white cup.
Okay, so your picture, you see a white cup with a black liquid inside, which is coffee. That's what it means to you, right?
Right.
As part of the third pass, give me a simple sentence reflecting what you see.
The coffee is very hot.
Oh, good. Or the coffee is black, right? Correct. Perfect. That's it. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, number 6, church. Go ahead. Give me the visual image and then give me a sentence.
A church.
What kind of picture comes to mind when you think of a church? When you think of the word church?
It's a small. It's a house. It's a big house with 3 or 4 floors, with a sign of a Christ.
Okay, and what color is the house?
It's usually it's like white.
Perfect. And I have the same image too, like a house type of, kind of older, not new, really big, right? And it's usually white, and it usually has a cross in front of it. Okay, that's fine. Now, based on that vision, based on that picture, give me a simple sentence. You can give me a simple sentence, a literal sentence, or you can give me describing the mood. What kind of a feeling do you get when you see church? Using the word church, give me a simple sentence.
Okay, the church is very old.
Perfect. That's it. The church is very old, right? And if we had context, there would be a lot more for this. But we're just looking for a very simple sentence. Right? Perfect. How about shirt? The next line, 7.
Shirt. Okay.
Give me a picture.
Okay, the shirt is clean and it smells good.
I know, but so you gave me the feeling that it smells good and it's pink. Where are you seeing this at? What's the context where you're seeing this shirt? In what picture?
Oh, I see the new t-shirts just washed and a hanging.
That's it. So it's hung on a hanger. Is it pink or white t-shirt?
Oh, it's
black or whatever color you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the sentence?
The shirt smells good.
Perfect. So you gave more of the feeling of when you see shirt, what it does for you. That's perfectly fine. Now, some words are going to get a little bit, they're not going to be so easier to associate, so you may have to use association. Okay, so do you know what mud means? Mud?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a picture when you hear the word mud.
I see the picture that I'm lying on a spa salon and the mud on my skin.
Okay, so you're in a spa? Is that what you say? Spa?
Yeah, spa salon.
Okay, good. Okay, so you see this wet dirt type of it all over your skin.
Right.
Okay, I have the same image. I see the brown dirt with water in it. It's funny, we have the same image basically, and you're Russian and I'm American. How can this be, right? But see, what happens is there's a finite number of thoughts and images and experiences across the world. Just like a 5-year-old child has certain behavioral characteristics in general that would be the same of a Russian child or an American child or a French child. It's that, they cry, they play, they're nice, and sometimes they're restless and they don't want to come back in from playing outside. The characteristics are the same, so it's irrelevant. So this is what we're trying to leverage on. Your native thoughts or your native experience, your native opinions. And all we're trying to do, so I as an American can totally relate to a great part, not saying all, but a great part of your thoughts and your experiences. If I've lived long enough, chances are I've seen or been part of most experiences that people from other countries have experienced.
Right.
So all we're trying to do is convey that enough information for me to trigger that experience that I'm already familiar with. So communication is all about that. Communication basically is to convey your experience. Now, usually you stay within one area, one subject matter when you're speaking to your audience. If you're speaking about sports, most likely your listener also is familiar with sports.
Yeah, right.
Right? And then you just have to give enough information to trigger the experience that you've had, and then you got to give him some details to show him the difference of this particular experience versus the general version of the experience. There's very little information your brain needs to add.
Right.
But the main idea, the main vision is the same for an American or Russian or Chinese or French. It's the same. Okay? So we're trying to leverage on that. Very, very, very good. How about now the word gate?
Gate?
Yes. What kind of a picture do you see when you hear the word gate?
Okay, I see the gate at the university.
Okay. Like the main door
Yeah,
probably?
yeah,
and
like
it's
the
pretty
main
big, right? And students come in and out? Perfect. I see the same thing. That's really funny, isn't it? And I've never been to Russia, right?
No, I see that in China.
Okay,
the gate
well,
from a university.
Right, okay, yeah, but wherever you see it, actually I've been to China, but the thing is that a gate is a gate in France, Spain,
Right.
or China, right? Or
Right.
America. Unless it has some specifics that makes it unique to that place. Okay? Maybe it's a golden gate. Well, we made out of gold. Well, we don't see that. That's a specific that would just change that for. But if you add, it is made out of gold, that's enough information. You don't have to go and redesign what a gate is. A gate is a gate. Right? A cat is a cat. Doesn't matter what country. But you may have to give a little bit of information to give the specifics. This cat is somewhat unique in this aspect. Okay? So you saw a gate. You saw a gate at a school, at a university, or whatever type of school. Now give me a simple sentence.
It's very big and wide.
That's it. The gate is very big and wide. Or the gate is very big. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so let's go down to something a little bit more. It starts getting a little bit more, I don't want to say the word abstract, but it's not so easily connected because there may not be a physicalness attached to it. Okay? Say like the word feedback, number 13. So when you think of the
Feedback,
word
okay.
feedback, what picture comes to your mind?
Comes to my mind a letter from my from the factory.
Say again.
I see a letter on a computer from the factory.
Okay, so there's some kind of a response
Right.
or an email from a factory that's on your computer.
Right.
Okay, now give me a simple sentence. It could be a literal description of that, or it could be an emotional description of the mood of that particular scenario.
Okay. Today I got the feedback from the factory.
Perfect. Okay, that's it. Excuse me. Okay, good. How about number 12? Apologize.
Which one? Apologize?
Yes.
Apologize. Okay, I see a bus and somebody stepped on my foot.
Okay, so you see a picture of a bus and somebody stepping on your foot. That's what
Right.
you see as an apologize. Okay, give me a simple sentence. Again, it could be a literal description of that scenario, that picture, or it could be an emotional representation of that picture.
So the guy apologized to me.
That's good. The guy apologized to me. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's pick something a little more abstract. How about menu? Number 19. Number 19.
19 maybe.
Number 19, 19. Menu.
Yeah, menu.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I see an Italian restaurant
Okay.
and a menu
Okay. So you're in
And,
Italian. You see an Italian restaurant, and you see
and a menu on my table.
menus on your table, and you're looking at the menu. Perfect. Give me a simple sentence.
The menu has a lot of dishes.
Good. The menu has a lot of dishes. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Okay, let's try to pick something a little bit more abstract to further the example, okay? They're all becoming kind of simple. So how about 35, number 35?
35.
Yes.
Okay, inspector.
Yes.
Okay, I see a car and I see an inspector putting a fee paper on the front window of the car.
Okay, so you see a car with what now? Repeat that.
I see in a car and I see an inspector standing close to that car. And,
Okay, so like a man dressed with a uniform of some sort, perhaps, right? Or wearing a
Yeah.
black suit, something kind of more formal. Okay, next to the car, and there's a white paper.
and with the white paper, writing something on that white paper.
Okay, fine. So give me a sentence.
The inspector stopped our car.
Okay, good. The inspector stopped our car. All right, got it?
Yeah,
Okay, what
yeah.
about the next word on line 35, ambition?
35. 35, you mean ambition?
Yes. Now this, okay, so just remember you could
Yeah.
also give an association to this
Okay.
word. So not necessarily
I
a
see-
literal description, okay? Go ahead.
I see a young person very well wearing very good clothes and a little bit aggressive.
Okay, say it
And
again.
very confident.
Wait, you see, okay, so you see a young person,
I see a young Chinese person
just a young person is good enough, okay?
Okay.
A young person,
wearing a very clean clothes, very confident and a little bit aggressive.
okay. Now, give me a sentence. And remember, it could be an association, it could be a feeling, or it could be a literal description of what you see.
Okay. Now, young people very ambitious.
Right.
Oh, have a lot of ambition.
Perfect. That's good enough. Young people are very ambitious. That's perfect. So we can just these pictures we can, kind of generalize, or if you can say a young Chinese or a young American or a young Russian, but you just keep it a little bit general. It's easier for us to understand. Perfect.
Right.
Nadia, that was very, very perfect. Okay, now, so you understand when you look, when you do these exercises of the file, and I'm going to run the file really fast, just to, okay, so I'm going to, hold on. So I'm going to run the file here. So when you run your video, which is the vocabulary video clips. So the first time you see, so you're gonna do 3 passes. You're gonna see them 3 times each file. There's 4 files, and recommended would be to see them 1 or 2 files a day.
Okay.
So doing one file.
So every file 3 times, right?
Yeah, but don't do them in that order. So first you see all 4 files. That would be pass 1. pass 1 is only for kind of a review of the definition. Now, in these files, I have the English word, and I know you're also fluent in Chinese, so in Chinese, but I'm also going to be putting the files with Chinese, Russian, Japanese, and try to accommodate some of the other students that we have on the team, okay? So the first pass, as you're looking at these files, it's just going to be for the definition. It's kind of like a review, and if you don't know a word, don't worry about it. There's 254 words that each file has. Now, the second pass, you're going to, as the word comes up, you're going to choose a word and get the image. Get the image, get the picture. So you're going to skip the next 5 to 7 words. I don't want you to feel too much pressure.
Okay.
But try to get that image. And then move on to the next word. So hopefully, out of 254 words, you may do 50 to 75 words, 50 to 75 images. The third time, so that will be pass 2. So you go through all 4 files, just looking at the visual image. So hopefully you do 1 file on the way to work, if you take the metro, right, or bus, and then you do 1 file on the way home. So each file takes about 8 minutes and 33 seconds. One takes 7 minutes, one takes 6 minutes. Okay, so they don't take very long. So on the third pass, you look at a word, and then you try to make a simple sentence. So you're gonna try to use the same image you had of that word before, and then just use a literal description or a feeling or an association of that word. But don't say it out loud. Just say it in your mind, the sentence, and try to make it as short as possible.
Right.
And we know that the sentence is only describing one portion of this picture. It is out of context, so someone else may not understand it, and that's okay. As long as you see the picture, you see the visual image, and then you give the sentence, and for yourself, it'll be in context. Okay? So in actuality, 4 files will take you 2 days. The next 4 files, 2 more days, and the next 4 files, 2 more days. So when you go through the first 1, 2, 3, it'll be 6 days. After that, you no longer do the first pass anymore. You only do pass 2 and 3 for the words. And the whole idea is that you start going through all the vocabulary. And you're gonna get faster and faster until maybe you're only skipping 3 words. Every 3 words you're doing a word. All right, so that's the exercise that I want you to do. Okay? All right, good. Now I'm gonna change I send you another file. Open up the first document. I send you another picture. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first picture is showing you a bird that's flying, right? So these again are just as an exercise to reinforce the idea of visualization and then creating a sentence. Okay, so they have their labels, like the first picture says fly, right? So we're gonna do the same thing we just did, but now I'm showing you the picture. So it's gonna be easier for your brain. So before they had to find the picture, now I'm giving you the picture. All your brain needs to do is just look at the picture and describe what is that picture. But try not to use the title that is given. So if you look at that picture, there's a bird. The bird, but you cannot use fly. So the bird is up in the sky. It moves from one place to another without walking on the ground.
I'm not really understand what should I do with this exercise. So
so at this point, just describe what you see. You can use whatever word you want.
Okay.
So this is in the previous exercise. you came up with the picture. You came up with the visual image.
Right, right.
Now I'm giving you the image, so it's
Okay.
it's easier, right?
Okay,
So describe that first picture.
okay.
Simple.
Okay, there is a small bird, small white bird, and it is flying through the sky.
Perfect. And that could be enough. Okay. Now, so that's the first description. The second one, I want you to give me the mood.
I mean, the same picture or the
Yes,
next
the same
one?
picture. Same picture.
Okay, the bird is very calm and free in the sky.
Okay. Perfect. Now I'm going to add one more version to the description. Can you give me an association to this picture? Can you associate it to something else?
You
So-
mean what do you mean associate? I mean,
Yeah. So first you gave a literal description. You said the bird's
Right.
flying in the sky. The second one you said the bird is relaxed and happy, right? Correct? Now the third one would be to try to give this picture associated to something else.
Okay. There is a small bird in the summer sky flying across the river. I mean, you want to? I see some picture from my memory, or
No,
what
what I'm trying to get, I'm just trying to, as an exercise, sometimes we have words that we cannot, we have to only use an association because it's more of a feeling of a word, right?
Okay. I mean the association with the sky and
With the
wind.
bird. Yeah, with the bird in the sky. It's maybe something in the sense, people look at this bird flying. Or something in the sense of birds usually fly south in the winter.
Okay, I can say that the birds are looking for small insects
Exactly. That
to,
would be
to,
good.
to feed.
Yeah. So I mean, the association doesn't fit. It's too. This is too easy of a picture. But in some cases, you can only use the word and associate it to something else. It cannot be by itself.
Okay.
You follow me? So it's just an exercise to try to get you 3 different versions of the description. Okay. Okay. How about the second picture? Describe the picture first.
Okay, a girl is jumping.
Perfect. Now give me the mood.
The girl is very happy in
That's good.
jumping.
That's okay. Now, can you give me an association to this picture?
Yeah,
And
and there is a park, and there is several families having
Right.
a picnic.
Okay, perfect. So the girl is having a picnic with her family,
Right, right,
or maybe the girl's parents are looking at her jump, right?
right, right.
So that way. So again, it's just an exercise, okay? Just an exercise to try to see these words in different scenarios. One is literal, one is the mood,
Right,
right?
right.
And one is an association. We're just trying to simulate a conversation, basically.
Right.
Okay, how about the next picture? Describe the picture.
Play jump from a guy jumping through the rope.
Perfect. Now, give me the mood.
A guy is very relaxing and in a peace.
Okay. He's very relaxed and at peace. Okay, give me an association.
There is a competition and a lot of students jumping through the rope at the garden.
Okay, very, very, very good. Hold on a second. Let me send you another file. Okay. Okay, how about going down to the boy that's listening to music? Describe that picture.
Okay. A boy is sitting in a chair listening his new iPod.
Perfect. Give me the mood description.
The boy likes this music.
Okay, good. Give me now an association.
There is a New Year. There is a Christmas Eve, and the boy got a present from his parents.
Perfect.
And he is enjoying his present.
Okay, so the first exercise we did today was I gave you a word and you had to provide a picture. Right? And then you did two descriptions. This exercise, I gave you the picture and you had to describe the picture and then describe the mood and make an association. Now, open up the next file I just sent to you, please. Now, I'm just going to give you the picture.
Wait, it's downloading still.
Okay?
No, it's still downloading.
That long? Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Almost finished. Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you a picture and there's no title there. And your brain, you're gonna look at it and you're just gonna describe what you see. The first version. Second version, so you're gonna describe literally what you see. Be as detailed as you can, using simple English. The second one will be describe the mood. The third, make an association.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First one?
Yes. First picture, one picture at a time. I'll tell you where to go. Yeah.
A guy is opening his present.
Okay, be as detailed as you can. Okay, describe the picture.
Okay. So a guy is opening his present, and he sees a car at the box, and should I say that he's very surprised, or it?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
You can include them both.
He's very surprised and he's very happy because he got what he wanted, and the present is in a green paper, with a yellow rope around the box.
Okay, and what's inside the box?
I already told that with a, I don't know how to say.
Describe it. Describe what it is.
Automatic car.
Good.
That you can.
Go ahead. You're doing good. You're going to describe what that thing is.
You can control with a I don't know how you with a.
You know how to say it. Remote control. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, remote control.
Yeah. Okay, and when is this happening?
And this is happening during Christmas holidays.
Perfect. So you described the details, literal. Then you gave the mood. The boy's very happy, and then you gave an association. This is happening during the Christmas holiday.
So everything together. Okay, I understand.
Right. So before I broke it up into three separate because it's just exercises, right? And now when you describe a picture, you kind of bring them all together, but you use all three, and you use more things. But we're going to go baby steps, okay?
Okay.
Okay, go to the next picture and describe that, please.
Okay, a worker is making a wooden box, and he is using a hammer to put, I don't know what is, needles or
nails
into the box. And he's very into his job. He's very focused. He's very focused
Okay, it's very
on
focused.
putting. He's very focused on putting the hammer on at the nail.
Okay, describe hammer without
And
using the word hammer. Describe hammer without using the word hammer.
he's holding an instrument in his right hand, and he's holding a nail and his left hand, and he's preparing to put that instrument on the nail.
Okay, perfect. Keep going.
And a guy is wearing a red a uniform of his company, which is a red cap and a yellow shirt, and he has more nails at the small gray box near to him.
Right. Okay, a bucket.
And
It's called a bucket.
and he's preparing to. He is working for a mail company, so after he finish packing that box, he's going to send it somewhere.
And what's his mood? What's his mood?
He's very focused and he's a little bit afraid to hit his hand.
Okay, perfect. So you gave a literal description. You mentioned that he works for some company, so he's a worker. So you gave an association, and then you gave the mood description. Okay. All right. Good. So now we've come to the end. We've actually reached 50 minutes, 51 minutes. So tell me, Nadia, how do you feel about today's class?
I think it's very good, and I think it wasn't difficult, but I need to really make my brain work to do what you want to do. I mean, if you wanted me to imagine, then I imagine, and then it became easier for me.
Okay, but you feel okay. You feel a lot of pressure, or the pressure was okay?
I don't feel any pressure at all. But I feel like it's very interesting.
Okay. Let me send you the files. Okay, hold on one second. Let me find them here and then send them to you. This will be the. Okay, I just sent the files, the video clips for the 4 vocabulary files.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you need to do. This is not homework, but this is suggested. If you have time, try to do 2 files a day. On the way to work and on the way home, okay, if you have time. In the first pass, I'm going to re-summarize. So the first pass is going to be just as a basic review of the definitions of the words.
Yeah, but do you do 2 files, or the first time when I just review the definitions, I can do all 4 files?
No, just do 1 file at a time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the 1 file in the morning, 1 file at night. That will be 2 files.
Okay.
So over over a 2-day period, you will do all 4 files.
Okay.
Then the second pass, you just try to get a visual image. When you see the word, and then you have to skip a few words in between. Don't feel too much pressure.
Okay.
So if it's too much pressure, you skip more words in between. But try to see the picture clearly.
Okay.
And then go to the next word. So you do that for 4 files.
Okay.
And then the third time, so this will be your date. The third day, this will be the day 5, right?
Okay.
And then the third pass is about creating a sentence, simple short sentence based on the image.
Okay.
And the sentence can be a literal description, it could be an emotional or the mood of the picture, or it could be an association to the picture.
Okay.
Okay, all right? So make sure you get the files. It's under chat history for Dr. Paul. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 4 files are inside there. Let me see. So the next time we'll chat with you, how about Thursday at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. So Thursday is August 9th at 5 o'clock. Is that okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if anything changes, just text me and then we will change the time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
hold on 1 second. Let me give you. Uh, hold on 1 second. Okay. Wait. Give me a second here. Where is here? Okay. Hold on. Let me send you. Let me send you the payment material. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to get there. So.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Hold on. So today is, what day is today? Today is
Monday.
the 6th, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just remember, send your payment, send your 100 kwai, right? Remember, to that pay code, and then copy your student ID and the date. I put it for you. Put that in the note of the payment code, and then I will be able to track that. Okay. So Nadia, very good class, and I will see you Thursday at 5 p.m.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Yeah, that was Nadia from Russia, and she's more. I have two students that are a lot more advanced than others, and but they want to improve their communication, and also they want to improve to be able to communicate in their work environment vocabulary, using their work environment vocabulary, and that's coming down the line. Nadia is somewhat of a little bit of a new student. She's been with us maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Most of the other students have been with us for about 9 to 10 weeks, but she's progressing really well. Okay, thank you and have a good one. Bye bye.